Hi everyone. Today I want to talk about the fact that getting over an addiction can be easy. And I've mentioned this in some of the other videos on my way to work. But here's what happens. If you're new to this, or if you know somebody, if you're in the audience and you know somebody that has a problem with addiction, and this message is something that you can forward to them. The problem with getting the help you need for an addiction is, first, knowing what you need, and secondly, getting over the idea that you have to go to rehab. Now, people might say, well, you have a retreat, a residential retreat. Isn't that a rehab? And the answer is no. It's a retreat where you learn the freedom model. And you learn it one-on-one with me, Michelle, or Stephen, the co-authors. And that experience, let me explain the differences. The most significant difference is that if you learn the freedom model, you learn the truth, you learn the facts, you learn the research, you can move past this without recovery, without the need for deep support. And that's a huge difference, because rehab teaches you that you're forever going to need support. You can be triggered back into relapse, that it's a struggle. And this is the reason why people avoid treatment, and they should. Because if you're taught that it's this never-ending battle where you're always going to crave because your brain has been hijacked by drugs, first of all, that's a myth. But if you're taught that and you believe that, it's not a fun way to live your life. And what it does is it makes getting high look more attractive, which then you relapse and you fulfill the prophecy that treatment tells you, that you're going to relapse and that it is a struggle. So it's a self-perpetuating ideology. And it's totally unattractive to people. Now, eventually people will stifle what they really want, which is to get high a lot, and they'll stick it out in recovery in this sort of bubble atmosphere where they try to hide themselves from any trigger, and a trigger-free life, an addiction-proof life, and it's miserable. So that's not what we teach in the freedom model. As a matter of fact, it's the opposite. You'll never have to worry about triggers. You'll never have to worry about being in recovery and meetings. You won't have to do any of that. Now, also, the retreat. I want to talk about the retreat specifically because if you need help, I don't want you to stop yourself from getting the help because you have a preconceived notion that what we do is rehab, because it is not. I fought in court for years to show, the state that we are not a rehab. We don't do any medical detox. We don't do any of those things. So if you need medical detox, you would do that before you came to our retreat. Now, once that's accomplished, if you need that, then you can come to the retreat and we have classes. And we have classes about how to move past this problem for good and without recovery. And once you know the facts, it's seamless. You can move on with your life, which is a wonderful freedom. So how is the retreat itself different? Because people ask this all the time. Sorry about the sun. We're later in the year, and that's apparently where the sun is. First of all, I'm not going to take your cell phone away. You're going to have your own room. I'm not going to take your laptop away. I'm not going to limit your contact with your family. Any Saturday is open house so you can see your family. We go on outbounds. We go on events. I try to make this a completely comfortable, wonderful, dignified experience. And I did this. I structured our retreat as a retreat because when I went through rehab and the way it worked with me, it was terrible. I mean, I felt like a criminal, and I never understood why we would take people's cell phones away, or why you know, they do that. And sorry about the bouncing road here. So it doesn't make any sense to treat people who are looking for help as if they're a criminal. So we don't do that at all. Like, not at all. You will have a chef make your meals. Dave Pangburn is awesome. He's worked for me for, 18 years. You'll just have a really nice experience. There's no reason to treat people poorly if they want help. And there's another aspect of this, and that is people learn better when they're happy, when they're calm. And so the retreat atmosphere, we're on 80 acres and up on a high plateau, very sequestered, very private. We don't even have a sign out front. If you drove by, you wouldn't know that it was a commercial operation. You just wouldn't know that. You can see the pictures on the web. If you go to soberforever.net, it has, I'll say that again, soberforever, one word, .net. You can take a look at the pictures, have a virtual tour of the facility, all of that. So I don't want people to not get the help they need because of a preconceived idea that what we do is rehab. I wouldn't send my kid to a rehab. First of all, I wouldn't, because it's disease-based, and I don't think it's ethical to teach people they have a disease they don't have. We certainly wouldn't do that with, cancer. You have cancer when you don't have it. It's crazy. It's craziness. So, we got an eagle in the road here. I just don't want to hit it. That would be bad. Wow, it's really big. It's flying next to me. It's pretty cool. So get the help you need. If you need it, call us. The number is 888-424-2626. That's 888-424-2626. I don't want this to sound like a big ad. I say that all the time. I'm just letting you know how we're different. But I think fundamentally what's important is you don't have a disease. You don't have a disorder. What you have is a preference for heavy use based on the perceived benefits that you see getting out of that experience of heavy use. And preferences can change. They do naturally, usually, but you may need some help to figure out how to do that. And that's what we're here for. You can do it at our retreat. The other option is some people can't come to the retreat, so we have Freedom Model Private Instruction. And that is where you stay home and you can learn through Zoom, have Zoom classes. So, there's lots of options. So again, 888-424-2626. Give us a call if you want to discuss the options in detail. Carla, Dave's wife, Dave Pangburn's wife, Carla Pangburn, she'll answer the phone most days. Or you can talk to one of us directly and get the help you need. But getting over an addiction can be easy if you have the facts and you're ready to change. Get that in your mind. I know that seems unbelievable when you feel hopeless and crushed by feeling hopeless, but you are not hopeless. The research is on your side. You're totally capable of moving on and having a wonderful, wonderful life. I'm a person that was lost many years ago. I abstained for 20 years. I moderately drink now with impunity and have for nearly a decade. And I have no fear of alcohol at all. So it's possible, and that's true for all the co-authors of the Freedom Model, Steve and Michelle. All of us have that same or similar experience. That's it. Hope you have a good day. Bye.